Well, good morning, BCOT247 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 12 of our 16-week course here at Cerritos College. And this week we're going to be looking at interviewing and following up. And so chapter 14 deals with interview skills. It goes over a lot of interview questions and kind of some potential answers for those questions. And this will be a great chapter for those of you who are going to be, well, for all of you, because you're going to be asking some interview questions, as well as some of you are going to be being interviewed during our mock interviews coming up here in a couple of weeks. So anyway, I just wanted to go over this week's work and then talk a little bit more about the mock interviews that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to share my screen. And here I am on our homepage in Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and enter into our class. This is my dashboard, sorry. And then this is our homepage in Canvas. And of course, we are in module number 3, our final module. As we're winding down the class, we only have a few weeks to go. And so this particular week, you're going to be working on your check-in assignment for chapter 14. You have PowerPoints for chapter 14. And then you're going to be doing homework assignment number 12, which is an elevator speech. Now, an elevator speech is kind of like a 30-second to 60-second, really telling somebody about you. It's kind of your brand message. It's who you are as far as a worker, education, all that kind of stuff. And it's really, to be honest with you, it's the very first question that you're often asked at an interview is something like, tell me about yourself, or tell me about your experience and your education. And then that's your elevator speech. So if you can write that out and prepare that, it needs to be at least, I think I put down there 500 words, something like that. 500 words long or 400 words long. Let me see what I put. Actually, it needs to be 150 to 200 words long, roughly 8 to 10 sentences. So this is really just describing you. And really, it shouldn't be personable. I mean, you can talk about some of your skills, but it shouldn't be about like your personality. It should really be about your work experience, your education, and any skills that you possess, and maybe even some examples of that. So that's really what it is. I give you a little bit of an outline here that you can follow to get started. And then you're going to turn in your elevator speech. But hold on to that, because it's going to be useful in your interview that you'll be doing if you are interviewed, or if you are going to be interviewing somebody else. So keep that in mind, but that's what you're going to be doing this week. So that is going to be your elevator speech. And then you're going to be also preparing your resume this week. And your resume is based off of one of the jobs that you searched for last week. Last week you did your job search. You picked 3 jobs, and then from those 3 jobs, you picked 1 to write your cover letter and resume for. Your cover letter was due last week, and now this week you're going to be working on your resume. And so make sure you get that turned in. And it's going to become very important, especially if you plan on being interviewed, which I really do need more people to be interviewed. Most people don't want to be interviewed, but I need at least 8 or 10, maybe 15 be best. So right now I only have 1. And then again, I only have about 8 people that have signed up so far. So for the mock interviews. But anyway, I really need people to be interviewed. So really consider that. In fact, if it gets down to it where I just don't have enough, I'll have to ask whatever day you signed up, and I'll have to ask somebody in that group to please be willing to be interviewed. But anyway, so make sure you do your resume. Some things about your resume that you want to know is you want to make sure that you tailor it to the job that you're trying to apply for, that you use the keywords out of the job description in your resume if they match, that you definitely lay your resume out like the book shows you in the various sections: objective, experience, education, etc. And then make sure you put all of your job duties in an easy to read bullet list. Put a lot of it in bullet lists, and use a lot of headings. Use different kind of fonts. Use bold and all caps for your headings, things like that. Very important on your education. A lot of students, for some reason, just ignore their college education. They'll put their high school, or they'll put their university, but they fail to put their junior college. And in this case, it's valuable. It's going to be something that recruiters look for. Make sure when you do, you tell us exactly what you're getting your degree in and when you're going to get it. And make sure you include the dates that you went to the college, in this case, Cerritos College. So make sure you don't miss that. A lot of students don't fill that out completely. And remember, your resume is always supposed to be your most recent first. So your most recent job would be the first one mentioned in your list. Your most recent education would be the first one listed in the list. And then we're doing the mock interviews. Now I've moved it down to this week from last week. And what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be, make sure you read this thoroughly. I do have a video right here that you can watch that explains it all, and it tells you here what we're going to be doing and how to sign up and what's required of you depending on what you sign up for. And then if you go back to modules and you scroll down starting next week, we're going to be having our first mock interviews. The first one's going to be on Wednesday. And you can see there's 4 different dates you can sign up for next week. And then there's another 4 dates that you can sign up for the following week. And I need to get at least 5 people, 1 person to be interviewed and 4 people to do the interviewing for each one of these dates. I can do more, but I need at least 1. And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to select whatever day and time works for you. You're going to go in there, you're going to read the instructions, and then you're going to basically hit reply right here at the bottom. And then reply will tell me what you're signing up for. And you're going to write right in there, I'm going to be interviewed, or I'm going to be doing the interviewing. And then I will add you to the list up here. So right now on the Saturday, the 2nd, the date I picked, we only have 1 person to be an interviewer. We have nobody to be interviewed, and nobody else signed up yet for that date. So if it ends up I don't have enough people on one date, we're going to have to cancel it and ask those people to move. So please get signed up immediately. Don't wait to do this. Even if you don't have your resume yet, because those of you who are going to choose to be interviewed, you have to also attach your resume and cover letter. You don't have your resume done yet, I understand. But please at least let me know you plan on being interviewed, and then we'll come back around to get your resume. So that's pretty much it. Here's the Zoom sessions, that link right here. So you would just select that link on the day of your interview. It'll bring you into the interview room, and I'll be in there, and I'll kind of MC the whole thing, so it'll be as easy and convenient as possible. So make sure you sign up. This is a 200-point assignment. We're putting a lot of emphasis on this, so don't skip it. If for some reason you cannot do this, absolutely cannot do it, you don't have a camera or whatever else on your computer, whatever, then let me know and I will come up with a different assignment. It's probably going to be a report or a proposal that you'll have to write on your own. But if you do the interview, it's really not as difficult. It'll be a lot easier and you're going to get a lot more points. So anyway, please sign up. Don't neglect that. Do it right away. And I will be watching for people signing up and adding them to the list above as I do. So that's pretty much it for this week number 12. And we only have 13, 14, and 15 left. So this is a 15-week class. And we'll be finishing up. So the next 2 weeks, starting next week and the following week, we will be doing these interviews. I'll probably end up having some kind of a catch-all later on in case some students don't get signed up or can't make it at the last minute or something like that. But please, please, please sign up right away. Pick your date, pick your time, and pick the role that you want to play. And then that'll help us to fill this up. And again, they might fill up fast. Some of these dates I know already, the 2nd week on Sunday, the 10th, in this case, we have a lot of people already signed up. So if you know when you want to do it, get signed up right away, and then you have a little bit of time to get what you need turned in. So, all right, everybody, have a great week, and enjoy your week. And I look forward to seeing you all, or you'll all see me again on video next week.